Welcome to our deep dive into solar energy. Advocates often portray it as the panacea for our energy needs, but today, we're going to show you the other side of the coin. We will explore the often undisclosed negative aspects of solar energy, challenging popular perceptions, and revealing the full picture. From financial burdens to environmental impacts, strap in for an enlightening journey into the darker side of solar power. 1. The agonizing reality of intermittency. When it comes to solar energy, supporters will rave about its zero emissions and endless supply. However, they seldom highlight the issue of intermittency. The sun doesn't always shine. At night, solar energy production completely halts, leaving a gap that must be filled by other energy sources. Even during the day, clouds and rain can throw a wrench in energy production, making the system less efficient than you might expect. This inconsistency makes it difficult for homes and businesses to rely solely on solar power. The unpredictability can disrupt any semblance of a balanced energy supply, making it more of a supplemental energy source rather than a primary one. 2. The financial burden of energy storage costs. To combat the issue of intermittency, energy storage is often the go-to solution. However, this isn't without its own set of challenges. High-quality batteries needed for storing solar energy can be incredibly expensive, adding significantly to the initial cost of a solar setup. Not only do you have to pay for the solar panels themselves, but also for a storage system that might include expensive lithium-ion batteries or alternative technologies. This often brings the estimated savings of solar energy into question, as the costs can quickly add up, creating financial barriers that solar advocates sometimes gloss over. 3. The unseen impact of land use and habitat disruption. While solar panels are often marketed as being space efficient, this mostly applies to rooftop installations. Large-scale solar farms, on the other hand, take up enormous tracts of land. These installations can disrupt local ecosystems and may displace wildlife, especially if they're not managed carefully. The land leveling required to set up these farms can further add to the disruption, affecting water runoff, soil quality, and the habitat of native species. It's a scenario that rarely makes it to public discussion but is a formidable challenge for the idea of green energy. 4. Material extraction and manufacturing. A hidden crisis producing solar panels is not just about assembling glass and silicon. The manufacturing process demands raw materials like silicon, silver, and various rare earth metals. Mining these materials is often detrimental to the environment and energy intensive. Once extracted, they go through a complex manufacturing process that uses substantial amounts of energy, somewhat offsetting the benefits of solar power as a clean energy source. The environmental footprint left by the mining and manufacturing stages is a dark cloud over the otherwise sunny side industry. 5. Recycling challenges looming large. Many people aren't aware that solar panels have a finite lifespan, generally about 20 to 30 years. Once these panels reach the end of their operational life, they become yet another form of electronic waste. Recycling solar panels is still in its infancy, complicated by the different materials used in their construction. As more panels age out of usefulness, this issue will only become more significant, contributing to a waste problem that advocates tend not to address. 6. The reality of energy payback periods. While it's true that solar panels eventually produce more energy than what was used to manufacture them, the journey to this payback point can be long. The energy payback period can range from several months to years, heavily reliant on location and the efficiency of the installation. This period can be longer in places with less sunlight, essentially delaying the environmental benefits that solar power is supposed to offer. It's a crucial factor to consider, particularly if you're eager to see immediate returns on your green investments. 7. Prohibitive initial costs. Solar power may be an economical option in the long term, but the upfront costs can be daunting. The expense includes not just the solar panels but also inverters, installation fees, and sometimes an energy storage system. For many households and businesses, these initial costs create a significant barrier. Financing options do exist, but they often come with interest, which can erode some of the financial benefits that solar power is supposed to provide over time. This is a facet of solar energy where the rosy picture painted by advocates doesn't always align with reality. 8. Potential environmental risks. The process of manufacturing solar panels involves a slew of hazardous chemicals, such as cadmium and lead. These substances can pose potential environmental and health risks if not managed and disposed of correctly. Inadequate handling can lead to contamination of water and soil, creating environmental issues that are contrary to the green goals of solar energy. Regulation and technology are crucial in mitigating these risks, but they are often under-discussed aspects in the solar energy conversation.